Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again for the first video blog of June 28, 2014. It's a Saturday. It's around 7:30 in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be another summer day with temperatures in the 80s, low humidity, and that's perfect weather for this summer. Enjoy it while you can, because beginning Monday we're going to get the heat and humidity start creeping back little by little. It's summer though, so you have to expect it in this part of the United States of America. Some news to report. The New York Yankees crushed the Boston Red Sox by the score of 6-0, and also the World Cup round of 16 starts today with 2 games beginning at noontime on ABC, Univision, and CBC in Canada. And also WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan and WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy the Malphas of South Hart will be in Tewksbury, Massachusetts today from 3 to 5 at the Tewksbury Sports Club signing autographs. And I suggest all your fans start lining up right now to get a sign with the Hulkster and the Malphas of the South, because I think lines are going to be forming like crazy there. So get there early and get a good seat to have them autograph anything you want. Okay, now my first subject of the day is about 2 years ago today. It was a kind of a sad day in Boston radio, as WODS 103.3, also known as oldies 103.3, signed off the air for the final time. And it was very sad because oldies 103.3 started in 1987, and they played all oldies music from the 50s to the 70s. It was one of the first Boston radio stations to play all oldies music. You heard songs from the 50s that you haven't heard on the radio in years, and the 60s and the 70s. And they had some great DJs like Paula Street and J.J. Wright and Patrick Callahan and Mike Finnegan and Paul Perry and Karen Blake and Norm Tebow and Dan McCoy and Brian Murphy and others. It was a great radio station. And towards the end of being on Oldies 103.3, they kind of like played more 70s, 80s, and early 90s music. And it seems every few years they were playing less and less oldies from the 50s and the 60s, because times change and people, the generations didn't want to hear that like 50s and early 60s music. And in 2003, WODS around the holiday season started playing Christmas music. First they started playing Christmas music the first year, a couple of days before Thanksgiving through Christmas, which was okay, but in future years they started playing the Christmas music as early as November 1st or so, which wasn't not that good, because after a while it just gets repetitive, because they only maybe had about 250 Christmas songs, and you heard it over and over again. I don't know why they wanted to play Christmas music as early as November 1st. Maybe to get people in the holiday spirit, and also with a lot of people out of work, just to remind them that the Christmas season is coming. The demise of WODS was happening because of a lot of stuff, mainly other radio stations like WROR was playing more classic hits, and also WZOX, the sister station, was playing more classic hits. And in a few years before they changed formats, they almost went to a jockless music station, which one of their sister stations in New York converted over from an oldie station to a jockless music station playing random music. But one of the radio stations in Boston beat them to the punch by about a couple of hours, and they decided not to do it. And in June of 2012, on June 27th, they announced they were changing formats from oldies music to a top 40 music radio station, rebranding themselves as AMP 103.3, but keeping the call letters WODS. What I thought about it, I thought it was very sad because, you know, they had some great DJs, plus some of the music you hear, you didn't hear it anywhere else, but it it was sad, but you know, radio's a business, and they weren't getting the ratings the last few years on the air, and they just wanted to spice things up. And a lot of people wish Oldies 103.3 WODS was back, revert back to the old format. But you know, in the radio business, they're not going to change back to an oldie station at all. It's business, and it's just sad. You gotta live with it. I like the WODS 103.3. I miss it a lot, but you can't go back to the past, okay? On my next video blog, it's about a current NBA player, if Paul Pierce, and I'll tell you about how I like his chances to make the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, okay? Have a good day, everybody. Bye now.